In the last video I created, I took a quick detour where I showed how to make a pure CSS drop-down menu, which I write here. In the last video, I showed you how you can have this hide and show when you hover over about. In this video, we're going to use jQuery to have the menu drop-down slide down and then slide back up. So let's get into our code. So first thing you need to do is pull in your jQuery. In this case, I went to jQuery.com. I want to download within jQuery, and then I picked this CDN and I changed it to 8. As I said, it's the stable version I like to use. And then I want to add my script tags. I grab my where I want to be let's call my selector. So, in the first the first official jQuery movie, I introduced this as a selector. So basically, what this is doing is saying I'm going to select all instances of ID nav. When you do a selector, it actually does create an array of it. So that way, if you have multiple classes, it'll have an array of them. And there's cool things you do with that, but we're not going to get into that right now. What we're going to do is worry about hover. And then somebody purely from JavaScript, what this basically means is on mouse hover, but in jQuery it's just dot hover. And what we want to do when we hover is we want to have our UL slide down, on an ordered list slide down. Say that, and then within the CSS, I want to display none. So this way, I want appear, and then the JavaScript jQuery will know exactly what height I need to slide down to. So go ahead and refresh. Let's hover about, and then our drop-down menu slides down. But when we mouse off, it doesn't actually do anything because we need to set the hover function, to do anything after it hovers on. So to do that, after the last curly braces, we do a comma, and then type out function, open and close parentheses, open and close curly brackets, do a couple spaces. It's just a lot easier to copy the above code, go ahead and paste it in, and I'm going to do slide up, and then hit refresh. So now I'll slide down, and then I'll slide back up. But say if this is going either too slow or even too quick for you, there is ways to actually change that. By default, I believe it's 400, which is in milliseconds. So say if I wanted to slide down, I want it to take a second. Within our slide down parentheses, I'd put 1,000, and this is being passed as an argument. So now this took 1 complete second to slide down, and about 400 milliseconds to slide up. Say if I want to slide up extremely quickly. Slide down slow, and the slide quick. So you could play around with it. You can get to different speeds, or you could leave it to default, which is, again, 400 milliseconds. But that's about it. I mean, there's not much to it to make a slide down, drop down menu. Obviously, there's a lot more to do with it, but for beginning purposes, this is something that's really useful to build off of. And something I probably haven't said before, but when I'm showing this, it may not always be the best way. It's the way I know it, it's the way it worked the best for me. If you find a better way, then by all means, adapt that into your own. This is just something I think it's extremely easy to learn this way, and then there's always ways you could build upon it to make it better and more efficient depending on what you're trying to accomplish.